Hi everyone, Vacha here from Recording Studio 9 and thanks for joining me again today. And today I'm going to share one of my secrets, which is a plugin that I use quite often on my mixers. And that is the D16 Group Frontier Self-Adaptive Versatile Limiter, which is basically a leveling compressor and limiter. And did I mention that it's free, that you can download? If you're interested, you can visit the D16 group, d16.pl/frontier, and you can read all about it. And to download it for free, all you need to do is create a free account. So when you click the download free, if you don't have an account, you can create a new one. Or if you already have an account with them, you can just log in. And once you log in, you are then able to download the program. And then once you download and install the plugin, it comes with, I think, VST2 and VST3 as well as AAX. And all you need to do is register it. So when you run it for the first time, let's say that means you drag the VST plugin into one of your tracks for the first time, it will come up and ask you to actually log in with the same username and password that you used, or the email address and the password that you used to create your account to log in, and then it'll be all ready to use. So to demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Cakewalk by BandLab and just put it on one of the tracks so you are able to hear what it does. So let's have a look at the leveling compressor limiter Frontier from D16 Group in action. Now I've got Cakewalk by BandLab open and I've got a vocal track which I'm going to put the effects on. If you've installed it for the first time and you want to find it in Cakewalk, it most likely be under uncategorized. So I'm just going to find it here. Frontier. So let's just put it in the right category. Under Dynamics. Okay. So we now have it under Dynamics. So let's have a quick listen to the track and how much difference Frontier will make for this vocal.
Autumn wraps us up tighter than we were prepared for. But we don't need to let it spin out.
Okay, so let's add the plugin. I'm just going to click with my left mouse and drag it into the effects. And the only plugin before that is the gate. It's a Sonos gate, which is okay. That cleans up some of the background of the vocal. And having a look at Frontier, this is the Frontier. It doesn't have that many controls on it, so it's quite easy to use. From the left, we have a big knob called the threshold. So as you move this, it will adjust the threshold until it reaches the certain level that triggers the compressor or the limiter to come on. And then it does have automatic gain, a makeup gain. And then we can control the output with the other big knob to match the level. We also have control input, which gives us control of the input source for mid, right, or left. And the only other option we have for the compressor is the release, which is fast, medium, and slow. Now on the output, we also have a soft clip option. So we can have soft clipping or saturation at the output. Now as to the other options, I'm not going to go through them. You can certainly play around with them. It's a matter of having presets and some options here, the quality, and you can obviously have some MIDI control in here. So you can control all of this with automation. And the output meter here, we're going to keep an eye out as well. So let's give it a try and see what we get.
Autumn wraps us up
It's a bit loud.
tighter than we were prepared for. But we don't need to let it spin out. We can grasp every moment and walk off our doubts. And I wanna give this a try. I see where you're coming from, but open your eyes.
Okay, so what I did is adjust the threshold so that I get, some average of minus 12 dB of gain reduction, and at peaks when the vocalist is getting really loud, up to minus 24 dB. And as you heard, even with minus 24 dB of gain reduction, it's quite transparent and you can't hear it. So that's why this is really fantastic for vocals. I use it for vocals. I use it for other instruments as well, which have wide dynamic range. I also used it on drum bass. Of course, you can use it on bass. You can put this thing on virtually on all the buses that you've got and have really nice compressed dynamic control. Now, one of the things that I use the Frontier for is making the song louder. Loudness, it's perception. So it's not about turning the volume of your master up or putting a limiter on your master and cranking the volume up or cranking the faders up so that it hits the limiter and then gets compressed down, and that really compresses it. It's not really making it any louder. The way you will get loud music, if you want to, compete with the loudness war, is to make each of your tracks or buses, by compressing the dynamics, making perceived loudness, and then have the faders on your buses to balance everything out. So on your final master bus, all you really need to do is just put a limiter just to catch peaks. And usually I have the ceiling of my limiter at minus 6 or minus 5 dB as well anyway. So it's not about getting your final mix bus compressed, but doing slowly at each stage. So that's one of the secrets of trying to make your song, louder. So this is a great way to make your music sound louder. You can use Frontier. It is free, and I have no association with D16 group. I have to sort of mention that as well. And I use this Frontier leveling limiter compressor if any of my clients want their song to be loud. So that's how you can actually do it. So let's have another listen and adjust the output gain to match the input gain while we are listening. So let's just turn it off.
Autumn wraps us up tighter than we were prepared for. But we don't need to let it spin out. We can grasp every moment and walk off our doubts. And I wanna give this a try.
As you can see, while the Frontier compressor is turned off, I'm getting about minus 20 dB as the peak for the vocals. And what I need to do is adjust my output volume so that while I'm getting the compression and gain reduction, it also is around minus 20 dB.
Autumn wraps us up tighter than we were prepared for. But we don't need to let it spin out. We can grasp every moment and walk off our doubts. And I wanna give this a try.
So as you can hear, while the compressor was on, my level is still minus 20 dB. So I'm going to switch it on and off, and you'll be able to hear that even though it's still only peaking at minus 20 dB, you will hear that the vocal gets louder.
Autumn wraps us up tighter than we were prepared for.
Turn it on.
but we don't need to let it spin out. We can grasp every moment and walk off our doubts. And I wanna give this a try. I see where you're coming from, but open your eyes.
Well, I hope this was a good demonstration for you. Now you can actually hear and understand how to use leveling compressors to dynamically compress your instruments, tracks individually, and then in the end, it will sound louder as you mix it without over compressing and squashing the hell out of your master bus to get your song louder, which again, still not going to be loud. It's just going to be compressed. You'll be able to tell that it's being compressed by the master limiter or a brick wall limiter. So this is how you can make your songs louder. And of course for free. And I've just demonstrated it in Cakewalk by BandLab, again, which is a free DAW. I should thank Sophia Jane for her vocals on this demonstration. This was helpful. Make sure you give me the thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Cheerio, guys.